Welcome. In this session, we're going to cover HVAC pumps, focusing on what the New York City School Construction Authority, or SCA. Let's start with the basics. In every school project, pumps play a critical role in circulating hot water, chilled water, or condenser water through the system. SCA projects typically use two types of centrifugal pumps: in-line circulating pumps and end-suction pumps. But more importantly, SCA has moved toward variable speed packaged pumping systems. These are complete, factory-assembled skids that come with pumps, motors, VFDs, valves, strainers, sensors, and controls, all built onto a structural steel inertia base with vibration isolation. Now, why packaged pumping? It's about efficiency, integration, and reliability. With VFDs and BACnet controls built in, these systems communicate directly with the building automation system, giving facility operators visibility into pressures, flow, pump status, and alarms. When contractors submit their documentation, it needs to cover everything clearly. That includes product data with the latest pump curves, so we can see the exact operating points at the design conditions. They also need to provide shop drawings with pump schedules, layouts, dimensions, and connection details. On the electrical side, we expect wiring diagrams that show both the power wiring handled by the electrical contractor and the controls wiring handled by the controls contractor. For packaged systems, the submittal should include arrangement drawings, a clear description of how the system operates, and details on how it will integrate with BACnet. Maintenance data and manuals must be submitted as well, so the DOE facility staff have long-term reference materials. And of course, manufacturer warranties should be included, covering pumps, motors, and drives. All of this upfront documentation ensures full transparency before installation begins, and it gives DOE engineers the ability to verify that everything complies with the design requirements. For quality assurance, all pumps must meet Hydraulic Institute standards, as well as UL 778 requirements for motor-driven water pumps. All materials and assemblies must comply with the New York City Construction Code listing and labeling requirements. If something isn't already pre-approved, it will need special OTCR approval before moving forward. Contractors must also provide complete nameplate data for every pump and drive. Another key point is coordination. The HVAC contractor, controls contractor, and pump vendor must coordinate closely before any submittals can be approved. And when it comes to packaged pumping systems, manufacturers are required to provide their own control logic panels, complete with BACnet cards, to ensure seamless integration with the building management system. For warranties, packaged pumps must be covered for at least 24 months, including both parts and labor. Variable frequency drives, or VFDs, need an even longer warranty, 36 months, again covering parts and labor. The warranty period starts at substantial completion and must include on-site service, replacement parts, and travel costs. This way, DOE facilities can count on reliable support during the early stages of operation, when dependable performance is most critical. Let's talk about the pump types and materials. First, in-line circulating pumps. These are designed for a horizontal mount with a vertical split case. They come with a cast iron body, an alloy steel shaft, and oil-lubricated bronze bearings with a mechanical seal for durability. The impeller is enclosed and dynamically balanced for smooth operation. The motors are built to be non-overloading, drip-proof, and equipped with thermal overload protection. For the connection, they use a flexible, self-aligning coupling that helps reduce wear and makes service easier. Next, end-suction pumps. These are horizontal, single-stage pumps with a vertical split case and flexible coupling. They're base-mounted, which makes them serviceable without disturbing the piping, saving time and labor. The casing is cast iron, paired with a heat-treated steel shaft, regreasable bearings, and a mechanical seal. The entire assembly is mounted on a structural steel baseplate with grouting for stability. The motors for these pumps are drip-proof and also come with regreasable bearings for long-term reliability. Now let's go over variable speed packaged pumping systems, a key feature in SCA projects. These systems are factory assembled, which means they arrive ready to go, offering high efficiency, built-in redundancy, and much smoother commissioning. The base and frame are built on a steel inertia base with spring isolators. This not only minimizes vibration but can also double as a concrete form if needed. For pump construction, these systems use frame-mounted end suction pumps with a cast iron casing, bronze impellers, stainless steel shaft sleeves, mechanical seals, and flexible couplings. On the piping side, you'll see welded steel headers with NC flange connections. A crossover manifold with valves is included, making it easy to substitute a standby pump without disrupting the system. Valves are an important part of the setup. You'll find suction and discharge isolation valves, spring-loaded discharge check valves, and balancing valves with adjustable memory stops. The system also includes stainless steel strainers, either Y-type or diffuser type, with blowdown valves that are piped to drains for easier maintenance. To handle vibration and alignment tolerances, there are flexible connectors at both the suction and discharge sides. For instrumentation, each package includes pressure gauges on both suction and discharge, thermometers with stainless steel thermowells, and controlled taps for monitoring. And finally, on the controls and integration side, the OEM controls take care of sequencing for chilled water pumps, while the TCC manages the hot water pumps. Both are fully integrated into the BACnet building management system for seamless operation. Variable frequency drives, VFDs, provided by the packaged pumping manufacturer, must be factory-tested solid-state drives with built-in BACnet MSTP cards. Features: 0 to 100% speed control, automatic reset, current limiting, and PI control. Sleep mode, to shut off pumps during low demand, saving energy. Local, remote operation with handoff auto selector. Full diagnostic capabilities. Alarms, runtime meters, kWh monitoring. Total harmonic distortion must not exceed 5%. IEEE 519. Approved VFD manufacturers: AB, Siemens, Danfoss, Yaskawa, GE Fuji, Square D, Vicon. When it comes to the control system, a gateway is required anytime the native controls are not BACnet. That could mean Modbus, Profibus, or another protocol. The gateway must fully translate all proprietary logic into BACnet, so the DUS building management system, an open protocol platform, can communicate seamlessly. And before anything is signed off, integration testing has to be demonstrated to the commissioning authority to prove the system works as intended. For execution and installation, pumps must be mounted on vibration-isolated concrete inertia bases and aligned carefully within the manufacturer's tolerances. The contractor has to make sure that proper service clearances are maintained, so the pumps can be accessed and serviced in the future without major disruption. On the electrical side, all power wiring is the responsibility of Division 16, the electrical contractor. Meanwhile, the control and interlock wiring must be handled by the temperature control contractor, or TCC. Finally, every piping connection needs to include valves, strainers, pressure gauges, and flexible connectors to ensure smooth operation, proper monitoring, and long-term reliability. Before the pumps go into full operation, both pre-startup and startup tests must be carried out, and these have to be witnessed by factory representatives. Once the tests are complete, the contractor is required to submit affidavits confirming that everything has passed. Next comes functional performance testing, which verifies that the pumps integrate properly with the building management system, that alarms trigger as expected, and that all control sequences operate correctly. To support long-term operation, DOE staff must receive at least 4 hours of hands-on training, covering both the operation and the maintenance of the packaged pump systems. Finally, the commissioning process is wrapped up in accordance with Section S01660 requirements.